In a land where metal meets marble, only the strong survive. It's iron. It's rust. It is a challenge every single time you go down the course. Welcome to the opening round of the Iron Marble. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods, Event 1. There you see the team lineup. Everybody will race at least once. They will lead with their captain in round number 1. Then from there, they will go to the team's number 2, then their number 3, and finally their number 4. At the end of this event, those 4 with the lowest score will be eliminated. Everybody side by side. These are all the team captains except for Momo. They like their naming scheme, so they went with Mo before Momo. Down we come. And mind all of the metal. You can see this course. It is cold. It is hard. There are all kinds of implements made of metal that are waiting to hit the marbles. There's rust. Lots of sharp edges. And we've got obstacles. They are being triggered. Those catapults sending ball bearings farther up the course. Who is down there? Snowballs. Shining Swarm. Blackjacks. Oh, the dumpster's been triggered. Watch for all of those small little marbles to come down. Snowy has one. Shiny comes through in second. C for the Oceanics. Then Flare, Speedy, Indy. Alpine, Tumult, Misty, and Razzie in the top 10. We look at the bottom of the order because that's where the consequential moments will happen. I thought we saw Crazy Cat's Eyes stall out higher up on the course. Did not see them finish. Yes, there is Red Eye. That's a DNF. Oh, but we had multiples. Blackjack's Heart, who was running so well for a while, and Wispy, also out. With an opening time of 32.82. Snowy wins by over 4 seconds. 37.03 for the Shining Swarm. 39.50 for the Oceanics. And look at the chaos. There, Wispy was already stuck. You could see right on the edge. Oh, there comes that puncher spinning around. All right, we take a look. 32 points for the winner, and then it cascades down from there. You see, DNF ties are broken by who made it farthest down the course. As we get later on in this tournament, ties will be broken by the best individual marbles finish on the team. They say iron sharpens iron. This course is going to be sharpening these marbles' skills the farther into this tournament they go. Right now, everybody is out there. Not a lot of room. We move to round 2 here in Event 1. Totally different lineup, all of the different marbles. These are the second in command, again, except for Team Momo, because they love being different. That bell carousel beginning to spin. Those ball bearings come down. Those are large ones. Opting not to go through the ramps, but now hitting hard against some of them. It's Rezzy from the Raspberry Racers loses the lead. That's Billy from the Green Ducks. Tries to get past before that puncher is triggered. It's creeping and off it goes. Lots of marbles opt for the top side to get away from it. They do not want to be anywhere close. There's Go-Go from Indigo Stars, safely past the dumpster in second place. And gets it behind Billy. Rezzy comes third. Then Scorch from the Solar Flares. Blue Eye. Good bounce back for the Cats, going DNF to 5th. Pinky Panther, Starry, Mocha, Hop, and Rapidly. Waiting for our final finishers, and did we have some DNFs in this one too? I believe we did. Oh, and you can see them. They're caught right there at the Crazy Chevron. 2 of them. That looks like Rojo Dos and Momo. Yes, look at that. Caught along with several of the small marbles plus a ball bearing. And this was the run down to the line. It did stop the Crazy Chevron. That helped everybody else to cross the line. And even momentary hang-ups on this course. These marbles still very timid right now. Like I said, a lot of sharp edges, a lot of metal. A couple of impacts being sent backwards from the chevron. There you can see getting caught. So, Green Ducks, net 32. And there you see Momo and Rojo Dos down there at the bottom. Ecto, the last finisher. Then Rima for Team Primary. Sterling ahead of them for Shining Swarm. All right, race 2. How do we look? Indigo Stars and Solar Flares tied at 58 atop the standings. Raspberry Racers at 53, then 51 for the Savage Speeders. On to round number 3. Interesting concept because you're going farther down into your order. A lot of fans would think the captains would net the most points. That's going to be the hotly contested race. At least that's how we're doing it so far. But do not count out some of these number 3s and number 4s. It is Savage Speeders who are leading the way here in round number 3 with Swifty. Now loses the lead. Oh, but gets caught up briefly on that punching bag that really doesn't unwind. Lucky for the rest of those marbles. That was a solid impact right there, and already we've got a race down to the line, and it will be the Bumblebee's Honey. Eve for the Wisps. Snowdrift once again for the Snowballs. They're up there. Here comes the dumpster. Limers in the mix. They're running down through the hazers over the line. 31st, and that means we had one that did not finish. Oh, caught right there. It's Astron from Team Galactic. That was a very close run between Midnight Wisps and Snowballs. Official timing and scoring 1/100th of a second between them. It was over an 8/10 victory for Honey from the Bumblebees. The time not as quick as what we saw in the first round. Snowball's Snowy went 32.82 back then. This one was a 36.69. Billy's winning time, a 37.5. The entire spread of the field, excluding the DNFs, went from 36.69 all the way to 50.42 for Smoggy. Nearly 12 3/4 seconds back. Does net 2 points from it, but Galactic 0. And that leaves us with just one round left. Where do they sit? It is Indigo Stars, broken that tie. Solar Flares now 11 points behind. Snowballs jump up 6 into third. Gliding Glaciers up 5. How about Bumblebees? 13. That's quite a jump. Limers, on the other hand, they plummeted 10. Off we go. Which 4 marble teams will be eliminated after this round? Their Iron Marble tournament will end in the first event. Cobalts are in danger right now. Team Plasma is also down there. 2 points between them. Momo is in 30th. Turtle Sliders in 29th. They are in the drop zone. All 4 of those teams. Spinning around. That punching bag is knocking them backwards. Green Ducks are in there. Oh, shooting across the line. Several of our top finishers. The win will go to Cobalt's Meepo. And wow, needed result. That's going to get Cobalt's out of relegation. Quacky comes through, and wow, this was a lot of DNFs. Now we just got a couple of late finishers. Chocolatiers will come through. Anybody else? Evidently not. Green Eye caught on the bottom of that ramp. We've got Pulsar, Velocity. There is Spade from the Blackjacks, and Bingo. Bingo off the course, it looked like. Not sure where that marble ended up. I know this rusty surface is rather abrasive. Oh, that was a hard hit as well, coming through. Ouch. Oh, man, Team Galactic, 2 straight DNFs. Not a good way to end their tournament, and it might have ended it altogether. There you can see Green Eye getting stuck right in the middle. Look at the speed of that crazy chevron. And yes, Bingo was launched off the course. Medical staff going over to make sure that marble is okay, and it looks like they are. We'll talk about getting the result when you need it. Cobalts were dead last, 32 out of 32, and now they get 32 points. And with 5 DNFs, that's got to help. What does this do to the overall standings? Bottom right of your screen, those red teams, they are eliminated. Momo, Galactic, Blackjacks, and Plasma, they are out. It leaves us with just 28 teams for Event 2 here in Iron Marble. Teams were a bit scraped up after Event 1 of Iron Marble, coming to terms with a new challenge in this familiar format. A course that wants to scratch you and poke you at every turn. Competitors that want to knock you into these contraptions. All with the threat of elimination looming over you. It is par for the course here in Iron Marble. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. 4 teams have already been eliminated after event number 1. 4 rounds. Every team member runs once. The cumulative score across the rounds counts toward this event only and toward elimination. Gliding Glaciers won event number 1, so they get the priority lane. Their score was the highest across their 4 marbles in those 4 events. Will it help? Let's see, they get a quick run past that pinch point, but they lose the lead immediately. Raspberry Racers are the ones to take the top spot for now. But it's not who wins, it is who avoids being last. There comes that fidget spinner and some hard hits. We've got Jelle that's lost over the wall. Jelle has been catapulted off and into the sawdust, the sand, and the rust. Dancing off into the distance is Sublime. Going past these spinners, that bell carousel. Look out, here comes the puncher. And we've already got our top finishers down there. Sublime beats Flare. Razzie comes through. Royal Orbit. Red Eye and Bon Bon. Minty Fresh, Mallard, Indy. Rounding out the top 10, several marbles are still being flung about. Last across the line will be Prim from Team Primary. Gliding Glaciers, who started in the priority lane. Alpine comes 26th. Iron Marble will hit you hard and repeatedly. The medical crew checking on Jelle, who was launched right here. From fidget spinner to that cone, airborne, and off the course. In Event 1, we saw quite a few DNFs across the 4 races. Several marbles were able to advance despite DNFs, so it's not all over for Mellow Yellow yet. That was just race number 1. They will net 0 points, of course, but a lot of points on offer. Most teams opting to send out their captains for race number 1. We saw that in Event 1. Now the team number 2 will go. That's the same for pretty much everybody except for Team Momo back then. They decided to go with their naming scheme. Didn't work out so well for them. Momo eliminated. And let's re-rack for race number 2. Down they come. Let's see if Gliding Glaciers learned anything from the results of that last race. Not able to capitalize on the priority lane. Or could it be that this iteration of the course, which does change event to event, just makes it difficult to get any sort of advantage? I saw a marble get stuck on the trigger, but they are released. Minty Maniacs are first down through there. These catapults, one of the two has been launched. Oh, the other one quivered, and I don't think it's going to release. Bell Carousel winding up. Who's going to be impacted? It looks like O'Rangers. They took several hits, multiple hits. O'Rangers are back there. Indigo Stars are also farther back. Over the line they come. No DNFs this time. So on a complete flip to what we saw in the first event, where it was a DNF almost every single time, we made it through round number 2 without one. Crazy Cat's Eyes came in last. Twila from Midnight Wisps in front of them. Go-Go from Indigo Stars, who was trapped in that Bell Carousel for quite a while. Primary was back there. Green Ducks, O'Rangers with Clementon. Meanwhile, up front, Pinky Panther gets the win by just under a second. Over rapidly from the Savage Speeders, Minty Flav comes through. Cerulean, Bolt, Frost, Rojo Dos, Remus, Squirt, and Cloudy for the Hazers. Top 10 separated by a little over 4 seconds. Winning time a 43.07. That compares to a 42.45 that the Limers did in race number 1. This moves Cobalt to the lead. Minty Maniacs in second, Pinkies in third. Just 5 points separating the top 3. But eyes are on those bottom 4. Race 3 is off. Down comes the swatter. Thankfully, nobody caught underneath it this time. Green Ducks are looking better. Minty Maniacs are also in the rundown there with the Raspberry Racers, navigating past that fidget spinner, and so far they've avoided tripping it. I think that is by design. A lot of these marbles know you do not want to test with those giant ball bearings come rolling Indiana Jones style right at you. Most marbles able to get around them. Other ball bearings on this course, trapped by those right there, those catapults, they'll throw them back at you. And your competitors will have to deal with it. Here comes the Bell Carousel winding up right in front of the puncher. Who's getting caught? Is that Balls of Chaos that was back there. Team Primary was also in the mix. O'Rangers are trailing behind as well. Let's see who's farther back there. Oh, it's the Chocolatiers. They are well off the back. Chocolatiers come through in 27th. That means somebody is stuck higher up the course. And it's Midnight Wisps Eve. Tricky area to get stuck. And hey, how about Redemption? Yelle gets the win for Mellow Yellow. They go from a 0 in round number 1. And net 28 points here in round 3. There's that ball bearing, and oh, here's where Eve gets caught. Yes! Bounded off of it. That ball bearing stuck against the wall. Oh man, that was a hard impact from that catapult. Who was that? Was that Mandarin that got sent into last week? Well, Mandarin finished 26th. Chalk from the Chocolatiers, 27th. 23 seconds behind the leader. Midnight Wisps Eve DNFs. Down in the elimination zone right now, O'Rangers, Balls of Chaos, Team Primary, and Midnight Wisps. Everybody on the left in green is mathematically safe from elimination. So Purple Rockets on back. This race becomes pivotal. That last round, the quickest of the 3 that we've run so far, 40.43, but it also had one of the biggest spreads of anybody. 104 was the slowest time to come across. But now, we come down for the final round of Event 2 in Iron Marble. You look at the front. Who is going to save themselves from elimination? The fidget spinner has been released. I think they all decided, Anything goes right now. Mellow Yellow's Yellum has been hit several times by it. Past the catapults. Shining Swarm, Glimmer, up at the front. The noise that Iron Marble makes as you descend down its course. Is anybody going to trip the Bell Carousel? Yes, but most of the marbles are by it. Who's going to get caught? No Yellow. Oh, some hard impacts back there. I think that's Wolfpack. They sent out Fenrir for this race. Final runners coming down. Fenrir gets across. Then in a race to the line, it's Iceberg over Rojo Quattro. And we had 2 marbles launched off the course. I wonder if that was also from the fidget spinner. It looked like Lime and Bingo, perhaps. Bingo from the Indigo Stars. Right here. Bell Carousel. There they go. Sent skyward? Yes. Was Mellow Yellow launched again by the fidget spinner? They managed to stay on the course. The 2 marbles we mentioned did not. Medical crew going out to Bingo. Looks like they brought a stretcher just in case, man. Hard impacts. Looks like that marble is going to be okay. Shiny Swarm gets the win in front of Crazy Cat's Eyes, Green Eye. Glimmer at the top, then it's Velocity, Arup, Ruzzy, Snowfall, Minty Swirl, Orangin, Nerid, and Dash. The points are set. Eliminated. From Event 2 of Iron Marble, the O-Rangers, Team Primary, Balls of Chaos, and the Midnight Wisps. Savage Speeders get the win and will have Priority Lane come Event number 3. We say goodbye to those teams. Congratulations, Savage Speeders. They get Priority Lane. We hope you prioritize being here for Event 3. You can hear the hammers. The forge that is Iron Marble is heating up. This is Event 3. 4 more rounds. 4 more teams at the end to be eliminated. Hey, everybody. I'm Greg Woods. Here are the remaining teams and the lineup for them coming into this round. Savage Speeders won the previous event, so they will start in the priority lane for all 4 rounds this time. It was a chaotic last outing, and one of the things you may have noticed was a rather large incident with Bingo from Indigo Stars. That marble still healing up, so they've decided to sub in Indigo for the remainder of this tournament. We wish Bingo the best in their recovery, and we wish all of our competitors the best. As round 1 is underway, Savage Speeders take that priority lane and lead coming through the switchbacks, but then get caught up in a huge pack. They are cycling backwards. Priority lane has not meant much here in Iron Marble. We get our first look at this newly redesigned course. Oh, those ball bearings, along with that splitter down the middle, really guarantee that they are going to be rolling back into the crowd. Oh, hard hits, but then a beneficial one slaps forward Balto from the Crazy Chevron. C from the Oceanics goes underneath the dumpster, navigating around that Bell Carousel, which is positioned tantalizingly close to the finish line. C will come across and get the win. And then it comes Bonbon, Crush, Yellow, Sublime. Somebody triggered the dumpster. Lots going on here. Ball bearings being shot sideways. And then all of a sudden, silence as everybody clears out. Did we have some DNFs? Oh, yes, we did. That's Balto from the Wolfpack. There's Red Eye from Crazy Cat's Eyes. And Jump from the Jungle Jumpers. Race down toward the finish line, winning time 47.62. to a 48-0-1 C over Bonbon. Entire field among those who finished separated by just under 15 seconds. Those ball bearings, wow, that has a lot of potential at that pinch point for launching marbles onto that sand. Here's hit number 1, 2, 3. Oh, it wasn't a beneficial hit. I take that back. Balto ended up off the course because of that forward hit. Get that positioning right, and that could send you toward a win or toward the crowd. $24 points on offer for C from the Oceanics. If you're one of the 3 teams who DNF'd, you're feeling the pressure now. You got to turn it around because time is limited. Wolfpack is one of them. They're going to turn from Balto to Remus here for round 2. Crazy Cat's Eyes, they're going to go with Blue Eye. We'll see if that makes a difference. Marbles in the blocks. And down they come. The other in danger marble team, of course, the Jungle Jumpers. Hop is in on this one, but it's the Limers who get a nice exit and are heading down the course. Gulime leads the field. Several marbles finding a much better way through that little nail post field. I have to figure out a good name for that. Savage Speeders now find some space at the front. Trying to turn that priority lane into something. And we'll see how well the marbles do this time down. Will we have any DNFs? And I think we may have already had a couple. Here comes the Bell Carousel. One of the ball bearings is launched. There's Hop getting caught up in the Bell Carousel as well. Minty Maniacs are getting hit. Now they come out of it. Green Duck's Billy also is sent across the line after a few whacks. Whacks, not quacks. And yes, we lost a few. In that little post field up there, that's Solar Flares, Scorch, Cerulean, Saucer, and Rojo Dos. Hearing that Saucer actually got caught clear up at the very top of the course. That race was over before it even began. Oh yeah, that might have been it right there. And oh, right on that lip. There was Solar Flares getting hit. Oh, they got saved, and then they found themselves stuck again. And the Rojo Rollers found that sticky post at the beginning as well. Lots happened in this round 2. Crazy Chevron didn't deliver too many hard hits. Rapidly gets the win over Squirt. Snowstorm comes in third for the Snowballs. Then it's Blue Eye. Nice recovery run for the Cats. Frost, Gulime, Rezi, Hop, Stinger, and Jelle rounding out the top 10. There are the 4 DNFs. Winning time on this one was over 4 seconds quicker than the first time out. 43.13 to a 47.04. Looking at the current totals for scores, Purple Rockets, Cobalts, Wolfpack, and Solar Flares are feeling the heat. Round 3 of Event 3 is underway. Now, it wasn't a bad start for Savage Speeders, but then they reached the first couple of obstacles, and they got shouldered aside by just about everybody. They got in front of them, and there was nothing they could do but wait. Here come the ball bearings. You can hear marbles hitting them back and forth. Lots of them on that top line. It is Shimmer leading the way for Shining Swarm. Diego from Indigo Stars comes through. Gets past that Crazy Chevron. Lots of marbles at that pinch point back there. No yellow. Bumblebees. Thunderbolts are also in the mix. We've got somebody stuck. Was that one of the turtle sliders, perhaps? The Thunderbolts. Oh, man. Wound up. And look down there at the bottom. Is that a marble caught? It is. There's Shelly from the turtle sliders. There's Yellow Eye from Crazy Cat's Eyes. That's now 2 DNFs. And yes, it's Rizzy. That's who was caught at the bottom. And look at that, lingering on the trigger was Shimmer. Still got the win, but wow, that team was on the bubble just above the elimination zone coming into this race. They need every point they can get. Going up that half pipe. Limers went up, came back down, got hit. There, right there is where Turtle Slider's Shelly was stuck. Watch on the bottom side here, Rizzy just ran out of momentum at the absolute wrong time. Nudged up against the wall. Shimmer wins it 44-48. 46-9-4 for Indigo Stars, Diego. Then it's Radiance, Leap, Gnome, Rojo Trace, Lemon Lime, Snowdrift, Yellup, and Sirius. Once again, the field separated by almost 14 seconds even. 3 DNFs, and look at this. Racers, the Rockets, the Cats, and Wolfpack, 3 points apart, all in the elimination zone. 3 points behind Safe Solar Flares. Final chance to lift yourself out of relegation and continue on in the Iron Marble Tournament. This time, Savage Speeders, much better job making use of that priority lane. Pinky Winky, running in second place, also opts for that top line, finally gets some acceleration and comes out of it. Shock from the Thunderbolts, was close behind. Oh, we got a marble launched up into the iron implements beside the track. Here comes the Crazy Chevron. Only spun a couple of times before it stopped. Oh, that was Rojo Quattro. It was stuck on the bottom of that half-pipe ramp. And there's Minty Maniacs. They are stuck as well. Are they going to be dislodged? Also, we'll wait for higher up the course if any of them manage to get dislodged as well. Shock wins the race. Dash, Minty Swirl, Fenrir, Foggy, Pinky Winky, Lime, Glimmer. Then it's Quacky and Ember rounding out the top 10. Green Eye is stuck higher up the course. That guarantees that the Crazy Cat's Eyes will not advance. It was Nerid who got sent into the iron. Lots of marbles in the mid-pack crossing around the same time. By then, a lot of the damage had already been done. So here in Event 3, we're looking higher up the course, seeing where some of these marbles got stuck. And it was early on, and right there, I said at that pinch point, those ball bearings, they launch you up in the air. There's not a lot of space for lateral movement. Unlucky. That moment right there, getting caught on the bottom of that half pipe. So Thunderbolts win it. .4835, the slowest of any of the rounds that we saw here in event number 3. 3 DNFs in round 4, 3 in round 3, 4 in round 2, and 3 in round 1. This was a difficult course. Looking for the eliminations, it is Crazy Cat's Eyes, which we expected, Cobalts, Raspberry Racers, and Purple Rockets. Yes, they had the same point total as Rojo Rollers, but you look at the best individual finish of one of their 4 marbles, and that is what breaks the tie. Those 4 teams are done in the Iron Marble Tournament. They get to rest, but no rest for the weary as we march on toward Event 4. The farther we go into this tournament, the more the marbles themselves are adapting and taking in some of this metal aesthetic. I've seen a lot more teams wearing post-apocalyptic gear. I took a ride on the Ferris wheel. I really should have checked the spelling of that first. It was not very comfortable. Well, there you see the eliminated teams. Here are the ones that are left, and you can see the order in which they will run. In Event 4, 4 rounds on offer. 20 teams remain. The Limers won the last time out, which means across the 4 rounds of Event 3, they cumulatively scored the most points. That means they will start from the priority lane today. Limers will be leading off with Sublime, separated from the rest, and with each event in this tournament, more and more space between that priority lane and the rest of the pack, and down they come. Limers do get a good getaway, but then get caught on that cone. They funnel underneath those triggers. Ooh, the ball bearings have launched, and now they work their way down the course. Here comes the crazy chevron, but it does not spin for too long. I think there was a marble caught over there. That might have been Indy from Indigo Stars, sitting on the trigger. It'll depend on if anybody else managed to trip that one or if that marble is still stuck. Here goes the fidget spinner. And the belt carousel off center, but driving marbles upward. This course really sets them up for impacts. Of course, if you're new to the Iron Marble Tournament, every event we get a new lineup of obstacles in this course. Here comes that big ball bearing. It misses on the magnet and comes rolling back down. That actually will help some of the teams. Oh, and right in the center of your screen, that is a DNF. Because I don't think there's any marble behind that is going to save the Thunderbolts. Well, there you see Flare from the Solar Flares. There is Thunder, caught right in the center of that snowplow. And Indy from the Indigo Stars, nobody did set off that trigger. Winning time was a 42.74. It was over a half a second in front of Pinky Toe from the Pinkies. There you see the moment that Indy got stuck up there. Sublime used that priority lane to their advantage. Beautifully done. Really hard hits by that fidget spinner. The marble's launching off of that wall. Here is where Thunder's going to get caught. A brief little assist from Bumble. Unintentional. Just wrong place, wrong time. There's Radiance from the Solar Flares. Wow, left to their own devices. Well, because they made it farthest down the course among the DNFers, they get ranked the highest in 18th. After Sublime and Pinky Toe, it was Bonbon, Crush, Speedy, Balto, Rojo Uno, C, Alpine, and Misty, rounding out the top 10. As the marbles make their way to their seats, their teammates and the number 2 in the team, they'll make their way up to the starting gate and get nice and comfy shoulder to shoulder before the chaos begins again. Off they go. This time it is Gulime for the Limers. Slow down that ramp in the priority lane, but still able to get a good start. Anybody going to trigger those dual ball bearings? No. Top ones are past the crazy chevron. A couple got hit farther down the course. One of those was for the Hazers. Cloudy moving on down. Ball's being launched back behind. Anybody going to trigger the fidget spinner? So far they are creeping beside it. They saw what it was able to do in round number 1. Not so for avoiding the bell carousel. Here it goes, and who is going to be caught back behind? Savage Speeders get a couple of whacks. That was a good solid one also for the Pinky's Pinky Panther. On the run down to the line, it will be Mocha from the Chocolatiers getting the win, but let's look farther back. Who will be among the last to cross? Stinger rapidly. And it looks like Squirt, Remus, and Pinky Panther will be our last 3 to cross the line. And could that actually be, hey, we did not have any DNFs in round 2. Oh, it was a really hard hit off of that ball bearing. I think that was Jelle that received the worst of it. That is only the second time in this entire tournament that we have not had a DNF. You have to go back to the second round of Event 2 when that happened. Now, does that mean that the course is hungry now? Going to claim some more in round 3? Not sure. Mocha, Go-Go, Cloudy, Ocean, Snowstorm, and Scorch up front. Gulime, who had the priority lane in 7th, Minty Flav, Bolt, and Jelle. Finishing at the bottom 4, Savage Speeders Rapidly, Squirt for the Turtle Sliders, Remus for the Wolfpack, and Pinky Panther for the Pinkies. What does this do for the elimination hunt? Those bottom 4, Jungle Jumpers, Thunderbolts, Shining Swarm, and Bumblebees. Last of those, the only team still on single digits. 9 points compared to the leading Chocolatiers, 38. Now teams have had 2 full races to see how this course operates. And once again, it's a decent launch at the beginning at least for Lemon Lime, but then things start to come back. Everybody is catching up. The ball bearings are being released all over the place. Multiple marbles are trying to give wide berths to them. Did not see catapults going off that time. Wolfpack are at the back along with the Hazers. I hear some dinging. Yep, that means the Bell Carousel has been launched. Got a 2-for-1 right there with Jelle and Sirius. Still back there? No. Gliding Glaciers getting quite a few hits. Several marbles as we look down toward the line. There goes the giant ball bearing, and here it comes back. Over the line it goes. We're down through 16th. That means we've got 4 remaining. A little help off the line there. Was that marble actually across the line? I think that was Siren. Didn't actually cross that line. Let's see what happened here. Now the key is the center of the marble has to be over the line. And do we have some DNFs here? There's Crazy Chevron. Oh my goodness! The Crazy Chevron sent Shimmer into the stands. That might have been the brief look that we saw a little bit ago. I wasn't quite sure why we were looking at that, but the Purple Rockets fan zone actually made a great catch of Shimmer as Shimmer went flying that way. Talk about teamwork and sportsmanship. Yeah, there you go. They are in the stands helping that marble down. That marble turned around saying thank you so much to the Purple Rockets fans. If they hadn't had a soft catch, that could have been bad. Swifty gets the win over Radiance. 46.67 is the winning time. That's the slowest of any of the 3 rounds that we've had so far. Just under half a second the difference. And it's Minty Drizzle, Lightning, Pinky Rosa rounding out the top 5. And look at the teams. They've moved around slightly. Bumblebees have lifted themselves off the bottom. Green Ducks have fallen into the relegation zone. Lightning Glaciers also plummeting 9 spots. Savage Speeders jumped 8, Solar Flares jumped 7, as did Minty Maniacs. And it all comes down to this. The final round of Event 4 here in Iron Marble. Everybody takes it easy around those dual ball bearings. Speed being built up past the Crazy Chevron, but nobody is sending it yet. Those quivering ball bearings hitting on those magnets are launching marbles backwards. But many of the leaders, I'd say the top half of this course, are already well down. Here comes the fidget spinner. We've got marbles going airborne once again. Bell Carousel ready to deliver some hits. Climbers get by. Minty Maniacs also around the backside. The run down to the line, we've already got our first finisher. It's Coco from the Chocolatiers. Watching for Green Ducks, Bumblebees, Jungle Jumpers, and Shining Swarm. Bumblebees, they have a top 3. That's going to be big for them. Shining Swarm farther down the order. Glimmer came through in 9th. We wait. Foggy comes through. There's Nerid. That means we did have one DNF somewhere. Right there. Rojo Quattro for the Rojo Rollers. They are not in the relegation zone right now. And the only two teams who were safe, by the way, from elimination, I neglected to mention, were the Chocolatiers and the Limers coming into this round. Look at that log jam up top. Trying to see where Rojo Quattro might have gotten caught. Living a dangerous game right there. Perched. Wow. And launching up in the air. The Bumblebee's hive. I think Marbles are going to be glad to get this iteration of the course out of the way. Those were the last few scragglers. Hearing that Rojo Quattro might have gotten caught near the double bearing ramp. That's pretty early on. So which Marbles did enough to save themselves from elimination? Jungle Jumpers down in 17th. That's probably not going to help. Green Ducks over in 13th. This may be close. And it is! Wolfpack, Green Ducks, Shining Swarm, and the Jungle Jumpers are eliminated. Bumblebees jump 3 to get out of elimination. They've done just enough. Those are the teams who will race no further in Iron Marble. 17th through 20th is locked in. Already to Event 5 of Iron Marble. We've seen that medical crew busier than we thought they would be. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Look at all the red on the board. 17th on down. They are eliminated. That is half the field already gone. And today is the final event in Iron Marble where we will eliminate 4 teams at the end of this event. There you see the order in which they will race today. Bottom 4, after the 4 rounds that we will have, they're done. After this, the next 2 events, only 2 teams will be eliminated. That voice lives rent-free in my head some days. Chocolatiers get the priority lane over on the far right, but let's see what kind of course the organizers have cooked up this week. Will it be of benefit to start over there? That's a pretty decent run. There goes that big ball bearing right back toward that pinch point and a magnet to wiggle about. Most of the field, it looked like, had gone past the Bell Carousel. That's tight quarters. And once that Bell Carousel gets going, Marbles could be caught for quite a while. This is a run for the Hazers. Now we take a look at the puncher that is spinning around past that clock spring. That silver plow. Kind of a half pipe more than a plow this time. Oh, hey, we look down there. And that is a large balloon that gets popped. Crush comes through in first. C, Misty, Yellow, Speedy, Sublime, Bonbon, Minty Fresh, Thunder, and Flare. Oh, look at that. Marbles are caught in the remnants of the balloon. 2 marbles caught in the popped balloon. Here's the rundown to the finish line. Those triggers being sent. There's the opening ball bearing that came up. A few marbles got caught, not terribly hard. Bell Carousel catching a few on that top side. Here's the puncher. There's the balloon. And Marbles getting stuck under it. That is interesting. So yeah, you can see already one of the marbles is caught. Oh, is that Bumblebees? Bumble stuck, but helped off. So Indy and Snowy, they are the ones that are caught by the balloon. 2 DNFs to start. It is rare, if you've been watching this tournament for a while, that we get a DNF-free round. Just a reminder, you can check out the Hyperloop set on yellowsmarbleruns.com. Build the set your own way, run your own sort of iron marble tournament. Maybe don't have anything too sharp and rusty. Just pretend. These marbles aren't pretending, though. They are ready for race number 2. Down we come. Chocolatiers, they are off in that priority lane. They've chosen Mocha for this round. Past the swatter, the first few. Bell Carousel starting to wind up. Oh, we've got a marble stuck under the swatter. Was that one of the gliding glaciers? I couldn't tell who that was. Did they get going again? I think they did somehow. Wow, if so, that is an incredible escape. Will anybody pop that balloon? Doesn't look like it this time. First few marbles are finishing, looking toward the back of the pack. That's Minty Flav we're seeing off that snowplow at the top. Good streak down to the line. Cloudy could not beat Stinger. Minty Flav comes across. Now we're just waiting for Frost. And I thought it was Frost who got stuck under the swatter. It is not often that a marble gets free from that. We have seen some spectacular DNFs, and it's just like the hand of fate coming down and stopping you in the middle of the race. Here's the ball bearing at the opening. Oh, some hard hits there. Was that Rojo Dos that took the brunt? There's Rojo Dos again. Ooh, barely getting by. Yes, there at the swatter. But I don't think we have a good look at how that marble got free. Somebody must have helped. Only to just miss out on the puncher. There's Minty Flav taking a bit of time to get around the corner. The winning time of the first race, by the way, 41.64. It was a 1.6 second victory crush over C. This time, Oceanics move up one spot. Ocean, 44.02, wins it by 17 hundredths over Mocha. Then a good second and a half plus back to Pinky Panther, Gouline, Go-Go, Snowstorm, Rapidly, Bolt, Scorch, and Squirt. There are the standings, and those in danger of elimination. Minty Maniacs, Rojo Rollers, Bumblebees, and the Gliding Glaciers. Nobody is safe yet. We'll watch for those green numbers this time. Long hold in the gate. Ball bearing goes past the magnet and does not catch. Oh, but is finally caught by that copper rope. Nobody underneath the swatter this time. Limers off in the distance with Lemon Lime. Spinning around, taking the impact there. Looked like Snowdrift. Snowdrift continues to get hit time after time and eventually manages to get free. Lots of marbles going up that ramp, spinning around. Is that marble going to get going again? No! I think that was radiance from the solar flares. And we've got marbles caught on the balloon again. Let's see if any of them get free. No, look, top side there. That's lightning from the Thunderbolts. At least one marble is caught in the debris. And somebody else is also lost on the course. Lightning, there is radiance. We saw that happen in real time. Oh, and it's Honey from the Bumblebees. Leaned up against the start of that ramp. Could not go any farther. Diego from the Indigo Stars wins this one. And boy, you talk about needing good points results. How about Sheet from the Gliding Glaciers? They were in dead last coming into this race, and they go up to second. Jelle from the Turtle Sliders, Rojo Trace, They were also in the elimination zone. Mellow Yellow's Yellup. Bumblebees, they were in 15th already. That DNF will not help them. Oh, there, one of the ball bearings freed Swifty right at the end. We just got to look at that as the camera cut away. This was the slowest race of the 3 that we've seen so far. But actually the tightest from top to bottom, just 15.29 seconds separating the first finisher from the last finisher. We did have 3 DNFs, of course. Now, we do have some green. Oceanics, Turtle Sliders, and Limers are guaranteed to move on. But it's Thunderbolts who have fallen 4, Solar Flares have fallen 5, Snowballs, and of course the Bumblebees still sitting on single digits. Last chance. What can they do? Race 4 of Event 5 in Iron Marble, the final 4-team elimination of the season. Large ball bearing is released at the top after the field had gone by. The Chocolatiers do trigger the spinning bell carousel. Coco has lost the lead and is now mired in the pack as that spinner begins to wind up. The puncher, delivering some hits. That might have been Indigo Stars that actually received some benefit from that. Montoya may have gotten pushed forward. Of course, we are watching for those marbles. Oh no, this is not looking good. Foggy from the Hazers is caught back there. And nobody that I see in the balloon debris thus far. Still marbles working their way down. Taking a lot of time. Are the Oceanics, but that's okay because they can afford it. We must have had some DNFs farther up the course. No, wait, we've still got marbles rolling. That's Foggy from the Hazers. Is there anybody in between? I don't think so. No, so nice of you to join us, Foggy. What happened to that marble? Make it so far back. We did have a DNF, and it's Shock. That all but guarantees elimination. Well, I shouldn't say all but. It does guarantee elimination. Snowballs, they were in the elimination zone anyway. Snowballs, where did they finish? They were in 9th. Solar Flares, they were in 13th. They are probably not going to make it. And the Bumblebees, yes, they did finish in 8th in this round, but I don't think it was enough. I wonder if Foggy just spent a lot of time getting acquainted with the puncher. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, this replay might go on for a while. Just when you think you're free, one last hit. Shock, in a bit of shock, knew that it came down to that marble to deliver the points to get them to next week. And it didn't happen. Pinky's Pinky Winky wins. And every single race, the marbles got slower. 46.35 is the slowest of all. And Foggy's 121.73, that is also the slowest of anybody across any race. And so we say goodbye to the Snowballs, to the Solar Flares, to the Thunderbolts, and to the Bumblebees. We're down to the final 12 here in Event 6 of the Iron Marble Tournament. Gone are the days of eliminating 4 teams at the back. Today we eliminate just 2. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods, 17th through 32nd. That whole page is red. Now we're going to get some red on the first page as well. These are the teams that are left, 13th through 16th. We just said goodbye to them last round. You see the racer lineup. Have they made the right choices? We get a new course this time, as we always do. I am Creepy Robot Voice. Hopefully you are as well. Turtle Sliders get the priority lane. They will be sending Crush for race number 1. Let's see how advantageous that lane is. Looks pretty good. A brief traverse of one of those magnets. The Crush heading down the course with a bit of a gap. Oh, we got a marble that was stuck on the trigger, and I believe that has been released. Here comes the crazy chevron. Misses everybody. Turtle Sliders, their lead has been evaporated. They've been overtaken by the gliding glaciers. That's Alpine leading the way. A couple of hits on those ball bearings. Do they get triggered? Yes, now they do. Mostly a whiff. Alpine stuck on the trigger there and is falling back the order. Is anybody going to save Alpine? We've got our first finishers. Here comes Yellow, and Yellow gets stuck on the trigger as well. Nobody left to release them. That's going to be a DNF. Just not enough momentum to trigger it. And then Yellow falls into the same trap, pinballed between the base of the bell carousel and the bell itself. Lost all of the energy that would have been needed to get that contraption moving. Yellow took a minor hit from the fidget spinner. Hazers and gliding glaciers going well wide of those dual ball bearings. There's where Alpine got caught. So Misty gets the win, 42-13 over a 42-49 from the Turtle Sliders Crush. Speedy comes in third over Sublime, 2.5 seconds back. Rojo Uno, Bonbon, Pinky Toe, Indy, C, and Minty Fresh with a 48-01. Don't forget to check out the Hyperloop set on yellowsmarbleruns.com. Saw a lot of it during the Impact Marble Racing series. Now here in Iron Marble, giving us a different way to race. You can do your own elimination races as well. Squirt in the priority lane this time for the Turtle Sliders. Actually, a better release than what we saw in round number 1. Triggers the fidget spinner and receives some of its fury. Is off in the lead. Does anybody launch the crazy chevron? No, not yet. There's C from the Oceanics back there. Turtle Sliders are falling back in the order. There go the dual ball bearings. I think most of the field is passed. Now we've got a few that are back there. I see Mocha from the Chocolatiers staying clear. Spinning around, Bell Carousel winding up. These last two marbles still caught. Gouline from the Limers has received several whacks from that Bell Carousel and will come across the line in last. The priority lane funnels you down pretty nicely. There is that fidget spinner, trigger, and impact. Oh man, Minty Flav got sprung backwards. How far back Gouline launched off of that quarter pipe. And then started getting hits from the Bell Carousel at full speed at that point. Minty Flav was able to sneak by. Yeah, Gouline being attended to by some of the medical staff. 18 seconds, the difference. 36.88 was the winning time. That's a good 6 seconds almost quicker than what we had in round number 1. But the spread of the marbles is greater. 18 seconds compared to just 6. Turtle Sliders are leading the way. Minty Maniacs and Gliding Glaciers, perhaps predictably, are in the bottom two. Mellow Yellow safe by 1 point. Sheet over in the priority lane. Long hold for the launching ball bearing, and down they come. 2 races left before we eliminate 2 teams just shy of making the top 10 in Iron Marble. Another catch on the trigger, but this time the entire field is behind. Oh, somebody took a really hard hit from the Crazy Chevron. Hopefully they are okay. Sheet is in the lead. Jelle from the Turtle Sliders is right there as well. Here come Indigo Stars. This round they have Diego. The dual ball bearings are released. They go high up the course. Ooh, be careful. Chalk from the Chocolatiers having to work their way around it. Diego crosses the line first. Sheet, Jelle, Swifty, Yelle, Rojo Trace. Let's see, has everybody made it except one? Siren is somewhere. Did Siren get launched off the course? Yes. Was that from the Crazy Chevron? Here's the race down to the line. Order at that point, top 3, and then you had a gap. Oh, hard in your throat moment right there. Thank you for the assist. Here's where Siren, oh wow, the speed. The Crazy Chevron caught Siren out on the tip of that board where momentum is the highest. And then you've got those little quarter pipe ramps. Thankfully, they've got some soft sand and sawdust out there. But I'm sure the medical staff, yeah, there they go, out to check on Siren. Giving them the look around. Siren with a DNF. 11 marbles finished in 11 seconds. Diego gets the win, 39.49 to a 41.62 from Sheet. Jelle, 100th back. Swifty, Yelle, Rojo Trace. Round out the top 6. The top 5 here are safe. Hazers on down. They are in danger. It is still Minty Maniacs, but now it's Oceanics. They have dropped 3 because of that goose egg. Last time out. Dash for the Turtle Sliders in the priority lane. Once again, taking that pathway that has proved to work pretty well, at least at the top of the course, but so much is coming. Nerid from the Oceanics is up there in 2nd place. They need a good result. Now they get caught on some of the cones. Dash lost the lead briefly to the Limers' Lime Line, but has now taken it back past the snowplow. Down they come to the dual ball bearings. The top 2 are around it. Nerid from the Oceanics still holding up there. They need a good finish to avoid elimination, but they're getting caught on that pipe. Can they get going again? They're on the corner. They lost a couple of positions from it. Gliding Glaciers are back there. Now the Bell Carousel begins to spin. Pinky's getting caught. Mellow Yellow getting caught. Mellow Yellow are freed. Gliding Glaciers the last to get away from the Bell Carousel and will be the last across the line. I do not see Rojo Rollers. Oh, there, Rojo Quattro caught higher up the course. That'll be our only DNF of this round. Dash gets the win. Here's where Rojo Quattro got caught. Let's see. Oh, and just stalled out right there. Perhaps a tiny lip on that wall. And that was enough. Ball bearings. Ooh, they really could have delivered some hurt. Thankfully, most marbles got by. So Dash, the only one of the 4 of the Turtle Sliders to start in the priority lane and to turn it into a win. Standing in front of the fans, are you not entertained? Oceanics Nereid got fourth. They were sitting in last place. What about those in front? Doesn't look good for the Gliding Glaciers. And it isn't. Minty Maniacs will join them in the bottom two. And we're left with the top 10. Turtle Sliders again get the win and will once again start in the priority lane next event. They win event 6. 32 teams started the inaugural Iron Marble Tournament, unsure of what they would see. Over the course of this competition, they've seen a lot. They have gotten first-hand experience with some of the most brutal contraptions that this sport has thrown at them. The bottom of the order completely red, eliminated. We now have 10 teams left after knocking out the Minty Maniacs and the Gliding Glaciers in Event 6. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. 40 different marbles set to compete. You saw the racer choices for race number 1, Turtle Sliders. Once again, the winner of the last event, they get the priority lane over on the far side. That is Crush, and Crush timid to come down that priority lane. It's not always a guarantee that it will give you a big advantage, and Crush has fallen back to fourth and now regains the lead. Farther back in the pack, we're looking at Pinky Toe. And there is Sublime also. Taking a look at Jelle from Mellow Yellows. We get those side sweepers that are sprung in marbles forward. The fidget spinner did not release. We get a tunnel this time. That's also kind of exciting. Misty from the Hazers in a battle. Ooh, there it goes. And a couple of hits. Misty takes one of them. Oh, and that's a hard one. Sublime from the Limers received the brunt of that fidget spinner even late in its run. Does anybody trigger that massive ball bearing? No, not yet. Crazy Chevron, a brief spin, and nothing more. The ball bearing is released, but all the marbles are passed. I think all the marbles are passed, but we're going to have a DNF somewhere. Sublime comes through in 9th. We had 10 marbles to start. And there you go. With the help of some ball bearings and a magnet, Pinky Toe gets our first DNF of Event 7. Turtle Sliders converting the priority lane to a win. Feel like we saw this last time out, too. Race 4 of Event 6, Dash was able to do it in a time of 41.83. Winning time here was a 39.42. That is very quick for the Turtle Sliders. Seeing Bon Bon from the Chocolatiers getting a whack from the Crazy Chevron. Oh, that tunnel has some undulation in it. It's not just a straight shoot down the course. Gotta love the deviousness of those putting on Iron Marble. 45.23, the second best time by C from the Oceanics. That's nearly 6 seconds back. And then 9.5 seconds back was Jelle from Mellow Yellow. Indy, Bon Bon, Rojo Uno, Speedy, Misty, and Sublime rounding out our finishers. See if the Pinkies can bounce back in race number 2. They'll send out Pinky Panther for that one. Turtle Sliders have Squirt over in the priority lane. Off we go once again. A little quicker this time for the Turtle Sliders, although that trepidation worked well. They were able to convert it to a win last time out. Looks like the Oceanics were at the back, but as I say that, they are making up a ton of positions. One of the ball bearings gets launched from the catapult. The second one goes as well. Limers are back there once again. This is Guline. Taking a look at the front of the course. Turtle Sliders are up there. Oh, having some trouble. Several marbles getting hit by the fidget spinner into that red quarter pipe, and that has been a recipe for disaster in past events. Some marbles getting launched off the course, but thankfully everybody's safe here. Oh, Turtle Sliders get sent backward with that massive ball bearing. It wasn't a hard hit, but it was more of a sweep up the course, and their lead is gone. In fact, Turtle Sliders may finish last here. No, we have a DNF somewhere. Who are we missing? Limers, I believe? Yes, all the Limers are in the stands. And I don't think they got there by choice. Seeing a late hit on Jelle from Mellow Yellow. Ocean from the Oceanics got the win. See, Limers are still intact at this point. Where did they go off? Oh, right there! And they landed in the Turtle Sliders fans. Turtle Sliders having to do some nice catching to make sure that that marble was safe. Good heads up by those fans. We saw that earlier in this tournament. Notice no plexiglass or anything on the side. It just amps up the risk and the danger. But the fans know that when they enter the stadium, and they were watching. Thankfully, Gulheim is okay, but unhappy with the 0 that comes with the DNF. 45.70 the winning time. Go-Go came second with a 49.91. Oceanics lead over the Indigo Stars. Pinkies and Limers are in the danger zone. Those are, of course, the two teams that had their respective DNF in each of the first 2 races. Turtle Sliders given a pep talk as they get ready after going from a win in race 1 to the last finisher in race 2. How will Jelle fare from that priority lane? Not too bad up there in the mix. Limers once again toward the back of the pack. The Hazers were struggling as well. Savage Speeders looking pretty good. Mellow Yellow have always been right in the middle, at least at the start of these races in this event. Past that side sweeper, up that same ramp that just launched Gulheim into the stands. Thankfully, nothing there. And then once again, they're going to get hit, this time by the fidget spinner. Indigo Stars, they're going to be bumped. Diego receiving the brunt of that one. Turtle Sliders miss out on the massive ball bearing this time. It goes to the low side. All of the other marbles try to tread to the high. Rojo Rollers are getting caught nonetheless by that quivering ball bearing, but they recover nicely and finish in 5th. Chalk from the Chocolatiers gets the win. Do we have any DNFs this time? No, thankfully, we do not. Chalk over Swifty, Smoggy, and Jelle. Sliders turn it around from 9th and go to 4th. Winning time of a 42.96 to a 46.24. Then a 46.92. It was very close between 2nd and 3rd in the rundown. There's one of those catapults being launched. And that side sweeper. It wasn't a direct sweep. Chalk was already off of the end of that metal spring. Otherwise, could have had that velocity to go airborne. Look at all the marbles dodging that massive ball bearing as it comes down. But then once it gets on that magnet, it's a little unpredictable. Thankfully, they avoided some bruises. 10 points to the Chocolatiers. They've been 5th in the first 2 races. Now they turn it into a 1st. What will this do to our points? Well, it certainly will not help the Limers because they finished last once again. And yeah, all right, actually they are already eliminated. Unusual that we see that, but red by the Limers means they are out. Pinkies still in danger. Hazers are on the bubble, but they have a nice cushion. This time it's a pep talk for the Pinkies. Can they do what they need to lift themselves and carry on? Race 4 underway, and the Turtle Sliders already disappearing into the distance. It is Dash who was able to turn that priority lane into a win last time out. Struggling against those conical magnets, but only lost 1 position. The Hazers take over the lead. It is Foggy. Pinkies running in 3rd. One of the side sweepers hits Mellow Yellow. Yellem goes to the side, but does little else, thankfully. Past those cones and into that metal chute into the tunnel. Turtle Sliders still holding on. Rojo Rollers are closing that gap. Ball Bearing is launched, and the top three are passed. Savage Speeders in third position. Oh, Ball Bearing goes a little rogue, but thankfully nobody beside it. Velocity from the Savage Speeders was able to pip the Rojo Rollers at the end for the win. Watching for those teams that are on the bubble. Pinkies in 7th, but I see 2 DNFs. Coco from the Chocolatiers is one of them, and adding insult to injury, it is Lime from the already eliminated Limers. Is that a bit of self-preservation from the Limers, knowing that they're not going to be moving on anyway? Let's just find a comfortable part of the course. I don't think that looked intentional now that we see the replay. It was just bad positioning, but I'm sure they'll take it. Savage Speeders falling back in the order at that point in the race, but then they recovered, even with a bump from the fidget spinner. That spinner was not as destructive as it could have been, and certainly not as destructive as it was in previous rounds. Crazy Chevron getting a late hit on Dash, and that sent that marble back a few positions, but Dash turned it into a third place. Savage Speeders 47.90. That is the slowest of the event in these 4 races, but only 9 hundredths ahead of Rojo Quattro. We knew the Limers were eliminated. Who joins them? Perhaps unsurprisingly, it is the Pinkies. But up top, the Turtle Sliders' hold on the priority lane has been broken. The Oceanics by a single point. We'll start there as we begin event number 8 with just 8 marbles remaining. Pinkies and Limers, we bid you adieu. Go rest up and heal. This inaugural season of the Iron Marble Tournament gave us far more than what we expected. Far more bruises, far more rust. But certainly not from our competitors. They have been sharpening as the season has gone along. From 9th through 32nd on your screen there, they are locked in. But for these 8 teams, today, they can win a championship. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Yes, 5 team members up there for each team. That means 5 races for this finale. We're going to crown a champion at the end of it. Will it be the Oceanics who start in the priority lane? It's C who drops down first. Does not get the lead as they come through those cones. Very close behind and now overtaken by Misty from the Hazers. Rojo Uno was in there as well. There's Bon Bon from the Chocolatiers going into 2nd place. One of the ball bearings is landing on a magnet. Ooh, the catapults are launching things onto a little tray that adds to the chaos and the noise. Will anybody trigger the Crazy Chevron past the clock spring? Those little popsicles drop on down, those sticks. And there is the fidget spinner. Indigo Stars playing a dangerous game. Same thing with the Bell Carousel. The side sweeper catches C. Going to the outside is Indy. It'll be a run down to the line between them. There goes the Bell Carousel. We're looking at who is farthest back in the order. Speedy from the Savage Speeders is one of them. Past that pinch point on the crawl over the line. Oh, so close. Speedy goes backwards. And I think we've got a marble caught somewhere higher up the course. This will be a DNF. We had 8. I only see 7 finishers. Ah, right there. On one of those ball bearings that found a magnet. Hard impact. Wow. Shouldering aside. The Indigo Stars representative, Indy, took the brunt of the hit from C, but then just saw the marble stall there. Got a little help from behind. Yellow comes in 2nd place. Winning time 52.60. There was where Rojo Uno got stuck. A little over a second from 1st to 2nd place. Indigo Stars come back another 2nd behind. Then it's Bon Bon, Misty, Crush, and Speedy. Eight points on offer. Not a lot. So the spread from top to bottom doesn't really matter. It all comes down to who wins. We're not interested in eliminations for after these races because this is the final event. So it all has to do with the points total in first. Oceanics will drop Ocean this time, and it is not a priority lane at all. Ocean nearly goes to last place. Turtle Slider's Squirt was up there, and now goes past one of the catapults. May still have the lead. Ball bearings catching back and forth. Squirt, yes, is still out in front. Past the Crazy Chevron. Several marbles treading very lightly. Here it spins up. It had a little impact on Jelle that did not appear to be too bad. We are watching Cloudy from the Hazers, tiptoeing past the Bell Carousel and those side sweepers. A little swatter comes down. Bell Carousel, eerily still. Very close between these four as they come down beside it. Will it be triggered? No. This is rapidly from the Savage Speeders. Now on the run down to the line. Appears to have taken the lead. I don't see Squirt anywhere. Unless Squirt has already finished. No, Cloudy gets the win. Next up, it's Go-Go, Rapidly, Jelle, Mocha, and Ocean. And have the Rojo roll, yes, there indeed. There is Squirt, but have the Rojo Rollers had another DNF? 2 in a row. Ooh, what does that do to their championship hopes? Look at the marbles caught right there on those semicircular guides that head down toward that little mound. That is all that stops the marbles from crossing the finish line. Looks so simple. And yet it is catching so many. Oh, there, on the right side of your screen. There, after the side sweeper let its energy go, Squirt was pushed up in the air and just unfortunately landed on the back side of it. Not much to be done there. That was nearly a DNF by Ocean, getting by with a little help from their friends. Unfortunately, Squirt was left over on the far side all by their lonesome self, with no help. Rojo Rollers still sit on 0. It's Indigo Stars with a 1-point lead over the Hazers and Mellow Yellow Oceanics. Another point back, sitting in 4th. We're nearing the midway point of this Iron Marble finale. What has been your favorite part of this tournament? Let us know in the comments below. Is it the contraptions? Is it the actual races itself? The eliminations? Is it the theme? I kind of like this metallic theme. I don't know. Ready in race number 3. Race 2 did get quicker than race 1 by about 10 seconds. Siren for the Oceanics did drop through the priority lane and is heading off into the distance. No, it is heading off into the Crazy Chevron. Stops that marble and sends them backwards. That looked like a DNF against one of the ball bearings again. Couldn't exactly see, but I believe it was Swifty from the Savage Speeders. Fidget Spinners released for the first time. May have sent a couple of marbles flying and may have actually helped Smoggy from the Hazers. There comes the swatter. That was really close to landing on Siren. Over the finish line, Smoggy will get the win. Hey, Rojo Rollers, they get some good points and a second place finish. The goose egg is gone. We know we have one DNF. Will we have any others? No. Unfortunate. There's the race over the line. Here's the Crazy Chevron. Took a couple of hits from it. This must be where the DNF occurs. Yes! Wrong place at the wrong time with those tiny ball bearings also adhering to that magnet. Fidget Spinner has been foaming at the mouth to hit some marbles and finally got to. Wow, Smoggy was actually lifted over part of the barrier on that impact from the Bell Carousel and was able to continue going. 51.32. Almost 9 seconds slower than race number 2. Hazers hold the top spot, 20 points to 18 over the Indigo Stars. The Oceanics 1 point back. Turtle Sliders now assume last place. It's a bit surprising for them. Chocolatiers right in the middle there with double digits and above. You've seen them before in the background. Now you get to hear them. Let's give it up for the Iron Marble House Band. Oh, I felt that in my bones. Normally, if I have a metallic taste in my mouth, I call the doctor, but not this time. I love it. Ready for round 4. Just 2 to go before the champion is determined. Nearid for the Oceanics drops out of the priority lane and makes quick work of the top part of this course. Actually is holding the lead by a margin. We've not seen that from the priority lane so far. Indigo Stars, they make a pass around the outside. It is Montoya who has taken the lead away from the Oceanics. Oh, hearing some hard metallic hits back behind. Little ball bearings getting in the mix. That's Savage Speeders. They've sent out velocity for this round. Foggy at the front. Montoya takes a hit from the fidget spinner and is able to get past the bell carousel. Swatter comes down. It's a 2, maybe 3 marble, maybe 4 marble race. Those top 4 are coming together at the bottom of the course. On the run down to the line, it's going to be very close. I think Jelle got it for Mellow Yellow. Yes, indeed. Then Nearid comes second, Montoya third. Foggy from the Hazers, then it's Velocity, Coco. There you see Rojo Quattro crossing the line. Turtle Sliders dash. Are they going to make it? Yes, barely. They had to muster every ounce of energy left to keep in motion. Otherwise, that would have been another DNF. Instead, it's the first race so far in this finale that we've not had a marble get stuck. Solid whack against Velocity. Ooh, hard chip by one of the little ball bearings that came down too. This course has a lot of ways to make you soar. And I don't mean that as in flying, although that does happen too. $49.67 to a $49.71. That is the official split on that run down to the line. Almost 2 seconds back to Montoya. And it was fairly close between Foggy as well. Only those in the green can still win Iron Marble. Hazers, Oceanics, Indigo Stars, Mellow Yellow. But look at the gap between them. 2 points separating the top 4. For the final time in Iron Marble. Down we come. Who will win the inaugural championship? Yeller has a good getaway and is leading Murky from the Hazers. Down on the bottom side, it's Fudge from the Chocolatiers. Now we've got the Indigo Stars in the mix as well. That's Bingo that they've brought in specifically for this round. All of these marbles not among the top 4 that we usually see. Crazy Chevron only bumped against Frank from the Turtle Sliders. They are eliminated anyway. They are not in the mix here. Taking a look at Yeller, battling with Fudge. Yeller gets away. I hear some springs that are spronging. Bell Carousel very close to triggering, but does not. Down at the bottom of the course. This is bingo for the Indigo Stars. And will get across the line first. That should be enough for a championship. Let's wait and see where everybody else comes across. They slowly work their way past that pinch point. Ounce comes next for the Oceanics, then it's Murky from the Hazers, Yeller from Mellow Yellow, Fudge for the Chocolatiers, Rojo Cinco, Frank, and Wizzy. And by that margin, and based on the teams who are eligible to win the championship, Indigo Stars have done it. They are Iron Marble champions. It was not easy, both in this event, in this particular race, but for the tournament overall. So much of the adaptation that was required over the course of this one was coming to grips with this new format, the new tracks, and how physical this is. We have not seen anything like this in Yellow's Marble Run's history. That is the trophy that awaits the members of the Indigo Stars. The band salutes them one more time as the Stars win it by a single point over the Hazers and Oceanics. Hazers and Oceanics both sit on 31 points. Then it's 28 down to Mellow Yellow, 18 to the Chocolatiers down below. But 32 is enough. The Indigo Stars celebrate. The Indigo Stars weathered the storm time after time again. They found that consistency that allowed them to rise through the standings and just sit where they needed to advance each and every week. And when it came down to crunch time, which so much of Iron Marble felt like it was, they delivered. Congratulations to our champions. For Yellow's Marble Runs, I'm Greg Woods. So long, everyone.